Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm here, I'm graduating, but I do want to talk about briefly my last 4 years and how it isn't as glamorous as this moment has kind of put me out to be. So, my first year of college, I wasn't even in Austin. I was still back in Houston, Texas, and it was, I don't want to say it was useless, but I mean, the only thing that I got from my first year of community college was the credits that I got to come with me to Concordia. So, second year, I'm here, I declared a major, I got some direction, and then I changed my major. So, when I first got here, I was like, okay, I'll do business, and I changed that for 3 reasons. The first one is, business classes are way too early in the morning, and if you know me, that's like definitely not gonna happen. So, second, I could do exactly what I wanted to do in the communication field, so, and I think that it was more appealing to me, so I said, I'm gonna do that. And thirdly, communication majors are true to their name, and they really like to talk. So it was really inviting, it was really fun, and business was just a little too dry for me. So I was like, let's go do this. So third year, I'm a communication major, I'm in the communication club, I mean, things are going really fine, I get an internship, I get a job, so I'm like, okay, this year I'm a little more focused, I feel a little more adulty, but the thing I'm going to take away from my junior year is how freaking broke I was. So when you do so much, like, you have to balance it, and I couldn't work as much, and that's something that I'm used to doing just because I do support myself, as many of you guys probably know my struggles. So that was, I guess, my biggest takeaway. But here I am, graduated, and if you know me, it's been up and it's been down. And I think at this point, I took a speech class, and in the speech class we learned about some dude named Will Rogers, and he said, even when you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. And so at that point, I was kind of just sitting there, and I was like, all right, communication is super broad, so what am I going to do? Because at this point, everyone's like, what are you going to do? You're graduating, do you have a job? Do you have this? Do you have that? Like, tell me the next 5 years of your life. And it's like, okay. So that I had to do my own little digging. And so here I am with an internship. I'm graduating from university, first one in my family to ever do that. And so at this point, I don't really know where I'm headed, but I've made it here. And in the words of Eminem, I mean, it is what it is. So, but even on a more serious note, I found a really good quote to kind of sum up how I feel about, I guess, starting my own little trip in the real world. And it's from an anonymous guy, and I kind of like that because, I mean, so your schooling may be over, but remember that your education still continues. And so I'm not sure about where I'm going, but I mean, I made it this far, so cheers to me.